Hello, gorgeous. I'm Hillary, your guide to building real wealth in a smart, elegant way. Here we reveal the secrets, habits, and strategies that separate the dreamers from the truly wealthy.
We're talking simple, realistic, and specifically designed for moms like us in 2026. This isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. It's about taking back control so you can focus on what truly matters your family. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's end money stress for good. First, let's talk about why most budgets fail. Have you ever started a budget with all the best intentions, only to have it completely fall apart by the second week? You are not alone. Most budgets fail because they're way too rigid. They don't account for real life. And for families, real life is full of surprises. One week it's a last-minute school project that needs a dozen expensive supplies. The next it's an unexpected trip to the doctor. Or your kid suddenly outgrows every single pair of shoes they own. Standard budget templates just don't get that. My own budgets failed for years until I finally embraced one key principle: flexibility. A family budget needs to be a living, breathing thing that can bend without breaking. It needs to adapt to your family's unique rhythm, not force you into a box that doesn't fit. Once I figured that out, everything changed. So, let's get into the how. Step 1 is the foundation of everything. You have to track your spending. I know, it sounds like a chore, but I promise it's the most eye-opening thing you will do. You need to do this for one full month. Don't change your habits yet. Just observe. Think of yourself as a financial detective, gathering clues about where your money is really going. You can use a simple notebook, a spreadsheet, or my personal favorite, a free budgeting app. Apps like Mobills or Mint are amazing because they categorize your spending for you automatically. When I first did this, I was shocked. My family was spending over $400 a month on takeout and last-minute food delivery. $400. Seeing that number in black and white was a huge wake-up call. It wasn't a judgment, it was just data. And with that data, I could make an informed decision. We decided to cut that down to $100, which was still a treat but freed up so much cash. You can't change what you don't measure, so start tracking. Once you have a month's worth of data, you're ready for step 2, the 50-30-20 rule. This is a brilliant starting point because it's so simple and easy to remember. Here's how it breaks down. You'll aim to allocate 50% of your after-tax income to your needs, 30% to your wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Let's define those categories. Needs are the absolute must-haves: rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and insurance. These are the things you have to pay to live. Wants are everything else that makes life enjoyable: dining out, hobbies, streaming services, vacations, that cute top you saw online. It's the fun stuff. And finally, the 20% for savings and debt is your investment in your future self. This includes building an emergency fund, saving for retirement, investing, or paying down high-interest debt like credit cards or personal loans. The real magic of the 50-30-20 rule is that it's a guideline, not a strict law. You have to customize it for your family. For example, let's say your family brings in $4,000 a month after taxes. Using the rule, that would be $2,000 for needs, $1,200 for wants, and $800 for savings and debt. But maybe you live in a high cost of living area and your needs are closer to 60%. That's okay. You can adjust by reducing your wants category. Or maybe you're laser focused on paying off debt, so you decide to dedicate 30% to that goal and live more frugally in your needs and wants categories for a while. The point is to use these percentages as a framework to create a plan that aligns with your family's specific goals and circumstances. It gives you clear boundaries, but also the permission to make it your own. Now we get to the part that feels really proactive. Step 3, making smart cuts. This isn't about depriving yourself of everything you love. It's about being intentional and finding savings in places you might not have considered. Let's go back to my takeout example. Just by planning our meals for the week, we saved around $200 a month. Meal planning eliminates those "what's for dinner" panics that lead to expensive impulse buys. Another huge area for savings is recurring bills. How many of us sign up for a service and then never look at the bill again? I challenge you to review your bills for your phone, internet, and insurance. Call your providers and ask if there are any new promotions or if they can offer you a better rate. Don't be afraid to negotiate. I did this with our internet provider, mentioned a competitor's offer, and they lowered my bill by $40 a month. That's almost $500 a year for a 10-minute phone call. Look for subscriptions you no longer use, switch to generic brands at the grocery store, or use cashback apps. These small, smart cuts add up to significant savings over time without making you feel like you're missing out. Step 4 is a game changer for family harmony. Involve everyone. A budget shouldn't be one person's secret stress. It should be a team effort. This is where we started having short, weekly family money meetings. We kept them light and positive. It wasn't about scolding anyone. It was about checking in on our shared goals. This is also an incredible opportunity to teach your kids about financial responsibility in a practical, hands-on way. We gave our kids a say in some of the wants spending. For example, we'd say, "We have $50 for a fun family activity this weekend. Do we want to go bowling, see a movie, or have a pizza and game night at home?" Letting them choose from affordable options teaches them the concept of trade-offs and makes them feel like part of the solution. Our biggest success with this was creating a vacation fund jar. We put a picture of our dream destination on it, and everyone got excited about contributing. Seeing the jar fill up motivated the whole family to stick to the plan. It turned budgeting from a chore into a shared adventure. Finally, we arrive at step 5, review and adjust. Remember how we said a family budget needs to be flexible? This is how you build that flexibility in. Life is not static. Your income might go up because of a raise, or your expenses might change because a child starts a new activity. That's why you need to sit down at least once a month and review your budget. Look at your tracking from the past month. Where did you stick to the plan? Where did you overspend? Don't see overspending as a failure. See it as new information. Maybe your grocery budget was too low, and you need to realistically increase it and find that money from another category. Or maybe you got a bonus at work and can decide exactly where to put that extra money, towards debt, savings, or a special treat. When we first started, we consistently had a $200 deficit each month. It was frustrating, but by reviewing and adjusting, we were able to identify leaks, make those smart cuts, and within a few months, we had turned that deficit into a $500 surplus. That surplus became our peace of mind. It became our freedom. Making this budget a central part of our family life truly brought us peace. There's less worry, less anxiety, and so much more intentional time together. We're no longer just reacting to financial emergencies. We're proactively building the future we want. And your family can have that too. It starts with the decision to take that first step. It's not about being perfect overnight. It's about progress. It's about giving yourself grace and knowing that you are building a powerful skill for yourself and your children. You have the power to change your family's financial story. So, are you ready to create your own realistic family budget, gorgeous? I want you to start your journey toward financial peace today. Let me know in the comments what's the first small cut you think you can make. It's so empowering to just name it and claim it. And if you found this guide helpful, please subscribe for more family finance tips. Let's do this and thrive together.